It's Super Bowl Sunday. We back, baby. Appreciate you. Now, appreciate you now. Mine first, cause I won. Keeping that camera a little farther away this year, you heard me? Navigate the space. Shit. Stuff. Stuff on the internet. Can't be cussing like that. Fuck it then. You want me to put it on? I'll put it on. Fuck it then. Oh, there goes one of my things. See me get myself situated over here. Real fast. Get on in there. There you go. Oh, wait. Oh, it's tougher. Get out of there. We don't want that. We don't want that. I'm adjusting because I want this to be higher. No. There we go. Now you can see the top of my head. Now you can see the top of my head. Alright, y'all clap it up. Let's get that thing together finally. No big deal. Still working out the setup. I think that I might have to flip back to the other side because I have to lean into the microphone, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because I know y'all can hear me. Y'all give it up one more time. Back in the mouth. And we back. Baby. And it's time to get into it. I already got my stuff pulled up. Real fast, before we get super started, you know it's 3 minutes in, it's time to get it in. Appreciate ya. What I haven't been doing for you guys is running through this news. I never do news. I just get right into what I got going on. See, I don't know if I like it. Oh, shit. Just hold on. I'm working it out, y'all. I'm working it out. Oh, you can see him over there. Okay. Oh, okay. See them over there. If you can see them over there, that means I can put this over here. I can put this up here. I don't want y'all to see Betty anyway. What we talking about? Boom. There she go. She a baddie. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. And I'll work them out for later on. Excuse me. Slide that up. I don't care about it being across the computer screen because I'm not going to be touching the computer screen. And now y'all can see me clear as day. We got this thing figured. We coming in guns blazing. Appreciate ya. All right, quick little rundown of the news before we jump into this draft recap. It's my first episode of the year where I'm doing something meaningful So we will get this draft recap started in just a second. I'm trying to scroll through this news here. I don't see anything significant. I will say this. My first time talking about news in the offseason, what's up with old boy from the Falcons prank calling people? Like, all they got was a fine or to fire everybody. Like, and that's my team too. Y'all see I'm a dirty bird. I don't know what they was thinking about. I do not know what they were thinking about. A few people got prank calls during the draft. That's dumb. Like, can y'all just let these boys live their best life? Stop being stupid. Because what does that do for you people? Like, why are we? What's the motivation behind getting on somebody's line and making them think that their dreams came true when they're in position for their dreams to come true? Like, whatever. Another story for another day. But other than that, nothing really super significant. We got a bunch of faces in new places, but I got my AFC and NFC breakdowns coming up for that. And so we'll figure out where everybody's at and what everybody's doing. But let's go over, now that we got past the news, let's hop right into this thing and go over the draft real fast. As you all know, first of all, let's give it up for our rookies, because it's hard to make it to the NFL, and you made it to the NFL, so appreciate that. Cam Ward, number 1 overall. There's always high expectations when you're a number 1 overall draft pick. I think that Cam Ward's going to be better than anything that Tennessee has had in the last few years. Poor Will Levis. Poor gunslinger. I had a little bit of faith in the old gunslinger, but he did not pull up to the party the way that he needed to. And so the Tennessee Titans went out and got that boy Cameron. So there you go. Travis Hunter, number 2. I'm just going to go ahead and pose this question right now. Do you guys think that he will be able to play both sides of the ball comfortably? I do not think that, not because he doesn't have the talent or that he can't pull it off. I just feel like in the NFL, it's not necessary for real. Like, it looks cool, it sounds cool, but at the end of the day, like, it's more so for gadget type stuff, So, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't think it's not that he wouldn't be able to hold it up, because they probably find a package for him. But if he's the best corner they got, and they're playing Justin Jefferson, I'm not putting Travis Hunter on offense for the sake of somebody not named Travis Hunter guarding Justin Jefferson. That's what I'm thinking. Like, all right, do y'all think he was a better receiver or a better corner? Was another good question that could be posed. Like, I don't know, man. And we talking about Jacksonville, and then Jacksonville need it all. So, like, so maybe they tried to address a couple of birds with one stone. We'll see how it works out for them. I think that the Giants addressed a very, 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 I don't know, it was a big need, because they had Brian Burns. I thought didn't they have Brian Burns? I know they got Dexter Lawrence, but he's a D tackle. But I feel like the Giants addressed their concern at edge rusher, at least one side, and slide down 2 more spots. I'm not skipping the offensive lineman for the Patriots. We know they could not run the ball last year, so they needed an offensive lineman. But more so than that, somebody needed to help Myles Garrett over there. And so they went and got some interior help on the defensive line for the Browns. Ashton Jeanty, we're going to talk a lot about Ashton Jeanty in the coming weeks. You may like some of the topics. You may not like some of the topics. What is that? Oh, the Jets. The Jets went offensive line. I'm just going down the top 10 real fast so we can slide through that real quick. The Jets went offensive line. They also needed that because Breece Hall did not look good last year. Neither did Braylon Allen. Neither did anybody else that they used in the backfield. Tedero McMillan, the first wide receiver off the board. They say they don't want to call him T-Mac, so I'm going to call him Ted Mac. That's my nickname for him. I'm going to call him Ted Mac. He's got short arms, but he was a playmaker in college. And the Panthers could use a playmaking wide receiver right now. Adam Thielen's 172 football years old, so it's about time for them to not euthanize, get some youth in the building over there, if you dig what I'm saying. Appreciate that. The Saints also went offensive line because that was another team that struggled to run the ball last year. Calvin Banks Jr. from Texas. Texas had a really good offensive line last year. I'm figuring all 5 of them boys would have got drafted. I figured that. And the tight end from Michigan, tight end's going to go on their little run because Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta started all this, followed by Brock Bowers last year. And so you gotta be ready for the tight ends to come through. Although I think Colston Loveland's going to do big things. So with that being said, after running through the top 10, I got a boom bust episode. I don't want to go through all that. Winners and losers of the draft, in my opinion. Y'all might not see this right away, but the Giants are going to be better, in my opinion. I think they're going to get their quarterback issue accidentally addressed. The Buccaneers got another Ohio State receiver. I'm a hometown kid, so I think that Michael Penix might break out this year. That is the Atlanta Falcons. But he didn't get drafted this year, so I can't use that. But we did get some rushing help on defense. And I'm sliding through these other rounds here, see if I can remember things that happened. The Browns didn't do too bad in the draft either. So I know, they got all the quarterbacks, but they got Quinshawn in the second round. The Broncos got R.J. Harvey. These are names I want you guys to pay attention to. There you go. That's what we're doing here. Let's see. In the third round, we got... Caleb Johnson for the Steelers. Najee's gone now, so he's filling in there. See how they split that with Jaylen Warren. Type of deal. See here now then yet. Nothing sticks out too much there. Slide to the next round. I think that pairing Chimere DK with Cam Ward is going to be a good little fit for the Titans. They're going to be able to move some stuff. I said the Giants were going to be better. Scatterboo. Cam Scatterboo is one of my sleeper rookies. There's certain rookies, like when you get drafted early, you got high expectations and all that. And, Scatterboo got drafted in the 4th round. So we will obviously have his expectations a little bit lower, but I think that he's going to pull some stuff off. I don't understand how Arian Smith of Georgia went so early when he had the worst case of drops in 2024. I mean, the worst. I know because I watched. Yeah. He might be part of the reason we didn't go to that we didn't beat Notre Dame. Oh, it's neither here nor there. I don't want to get into it. Gunnar Helm, tight end, Tennessee. I already liked Gunnar Helm when he was in college. So when he got drafted into that situation where Cam Moore gonna need some people to throw to. All right, slide into the Shador special. That is the 5th round of the draft. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm super duper shocked that Shedeur dropped all the way to the 5th round. If he would have got drafted anywhere before the 3rd round, in my honest, humble opinion, it was a clout chase because of who his dad is and all that. If you're looking at just football talent, also the way he walk around like he already Dion. I'm not gonna say he walk around like he already Dion. I'm gonna say he talks to people like he's already Dion, and you didn't perform like Dion in college. So, like, turn your swag down just a little bit, and then go do something on the field. And then, that was a little bit of a turnoff. I ain't gonna lie, for me personally. But, of course, the Eagles get 1 or 2 Eagles per draft, or 1 or 2 Bulldogs per draft. They know how to pull them Bulldogs out of their, Will Howard getting drafted by the Steelers. That's going to be a nice look. I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be nice to him, though. Neither here nor there. I guess they'll figure that out. Graham Mertz went to the Texans. Hopefully he recovers and is able to do something productive over there. That is a 6th round pick. That's probably why it's such a late pick. Low-key, sneakily, at the very back end of the draft, the old Detroit Lions snatched him up a couple of Georgia Bulldogs. I think Dan Jackson's going to turn out to be really good later on. He reminded me of Eric Weddle type. Eric Weddle wasn't the greatest, but he got some Pro Bowls and he played some playoff games and all that type of stuff. So, I think that Dan Jackson could be that. Quinn Ewers to the Dolphins is interesting because Tua got the health problems. Tez Johnson, the wide receiver from Oregon, going in the 7th round. That is a little speed demon. He's small, but he went to Oregon. Sure, he's got some speed. And we'll go from there. Mr. Irrelevant this year was Kobe Minor, a cornerback from Memphis. But, yeah, man. So, it was a light draft for me. It wasn't superstar heavy like a lot of the drafts in the past few years. So, but we should get some interesting things out of the gems we got in the 1st round. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty, Ted McMillan, Colston Loveland. I think Colston Loveland's gonna pop off. Tyler Warren for the Colts is gonna pop off. Write this down. You guys can write this down if you want to. Let's see. The Omarion Hampton, the running back from North Carolina, might pop off. Who you guys think the starting quarterback is going to be in New York? The Giants, not the Jets. I think the Jets are going to start Justin Fields. But like I said, we're going to break all that down. As a matter of fact, we're about to come up to the end of this. I was going to make it short and sweet. Break down the draft real fast. No big deal. And I'll have it all, set up behind us and all that. When I get the edit done. All right. So, let's see. Click through here. Oh, that's cool. They do it by team. You don't even got to go through all that. Next time, I'm doing it like that. So next year, after we do the draft breakdown, I'm going to get on here and go by team. Boom, 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 boom. And let you know what everybody got. And then I'll let you know by the end of that how I feel like everybody did. And so after that, then we'll see if that works out better for us in the next go round. But I'm going to wrap that video up here. And my next video, I will start doing the breakdown of the conferences. And then, so I'll do an AFC video, NFC video, and then I will do my position rankings after that. So I'll do the breakdown of like depth charts and all that, so we can know where everybody's at and go from there. And then once I get both of those done, then I will go through my rankings of all the players. I do have rankings for all of the offensive positions. I do not rank kickers and defense because I don't care. I barely rank tight ends because I don't care. But that's just me. Don't judge me. We appreciate y'all being here. Y'all clapping out one more again. All right. I love you guys. And I know this was a short, sweet, and to the point type of video, but I got to get some content back out on the air, so we are in there. No big deal. All right, guys. I will see y'all next week with that AFC breakdown. Peace.